Rabbit by Beatrix Potter, adapted by Kiana Martinez. Once upon a time, there were 4 little rabbits. Their names were Flopsi, Mopsi, Cottontail, and Peter. They lived with their mother, Mrs. Rabbit, underneath a very big tree. "Now, my dears," said Mrs. Rabbit one morning, "you may go into the fields or down the lane, but don't go into Mr. Macgregor's garden." "Your father had an accident there. He was put into a pie by Mrs. Macgregor. Now run along and don't get into trouble. I am going to the store." Flopsi, Mopsi, and Cottontail, who were good little bunnies, went down the lane to pick blackberries. But Peter, who was very naughty, ran right to Mr. Macgregor's garden and squeezed under the gate. First, he ate some lettuce and green beans. Then he ate some radishes. Peter started feeling sick, but still he went to look for parsley and cucumber. Suddenly, he heard a voice cry, "Stop, thief!" It was Mr. Macgregor. Peter was so scared that he ran all over the garden, forgetting his way back to the gate. He lost one of his shoes in the cabbage and left the other shoe in the potatoes. Peter ran even faster. He almost got away until his jacket got caught on a gooseberry net. Peter began to cry. Mr. Macgregor rushed over to try and catch Peter. But Peter wiggled himself free, leaving his jacket behind. He rushed into the tool shed and jumped into a can. Mr. Macgregor looked all around the tool shed. He knew that Peter was hiding in there somewhere. As Mr. Macgregor searched underneath the flower pot, Peter let out a sneeze. Achoo! Peter knew that he had been found. He took off running again as Mr. Macgregor chased him. Peter jumped out of the window. The window was too small for Mr. Macgregor. He decided to let Peter go. Later, as Peter tried to find his way home, he saw a white cat sitting by the pond. Peter heard scary stories about cats from his cousin Benjamin. He quickly ran the other way. Who did he run into? None other than Mr. McGregor. He shouted, "I'll catch you this time, thief!" But Peter took off faster than ever. He never looked back or stopped running until he made it home to the big tree. He was so tired that he flopped down onto the nice soft sand and shut his eyes. Mrs. Rabbit was busy making bread, milk, and blackberries for dinner. Flopsy, Mopsi, and Cottontail enjoyed the delicious meal. But Peter Rabbit was too tired from his long day of mischief. He slept past dinner and all through the night. The end.